off of I-25 at Broncos Stadium at Mile High. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Tennessee Titans and the Denver Broncos.
Come on, baby, let's go. Get excited. Let's go. Let's go. Jahan, ready? I got you, boy. I got you, boy.
Now a man closing in on 15,000 career rush yards, Frank Gore. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Not much happening there on first down.
I thought there might have been a hole for a split second.
Yeah, but it dried up pretty quickly, didn't it? Closed fast.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
Check 24. Check 24. Leave it. Bring up 48. 52nd. Mike.
On the handoff, it's Gore. Looking for a seam, but finding none. He'll get back to the line of scrimmage, and that's it. Emmanuel Ogbah there on the stop. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
Yeah, it was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom. Quick. And what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8.
Right. He's tight right here. Black. Hey, we got 3 down. Hatchet. Hey, 382, last 50. Hey, exit.
Working out of the gun, Cousins. And he's got his man, Hilton. 9 yards on the play and a first down.
Let's go. Let's do it.
Well, that's what you're looking for when you want to throw the ball downfield. You want one of those guys who can play out on the perimeter, can play out wide, who can not only get open, but when they're covered, can uncover themselves downfield and create catches.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. To throw, Cousins. And this one caught along the sideline, but they say already out of bounds. Now the throw didn't give him a chance to turn it upfield, and that brings up 2nd down. Line of scrimmage, again the 37 as they line up 2nd and 10. And the Titans going to signal for a timeout defensively. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. They run with Gore out of the shotgun. And he'll be taken down, but not before he gets into enemy territory. Give him 14 on that one and a first down.
How best to describe that one? I'd say right down Broadway on that run.
A straight ahead running. I think that might be something we see a lot of between the tackles today.
Well, he's enjoying things so far here this afternoon. Sees a crease and bursts through it for a solid gain.
Defensively, Harrison Phillips there to stop him.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat? And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man. Now on 2nd down, this is Gore. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. It's a first down on a gain of 10. This running game's so important for them, and they know that. It helped lead them to a victory last week when he was over 100 yards.
Let's face it, it's their identity, and that's what they want to play to. They want to be that team that runs the ball really well each and every week, and right now we're seeing a pretty good pattern of that happening.
Big stop, D. Big stop. Let's go.
A first down throw for Cousins. And he takes this just a few yards shy of the red zone before going out. 15 more there, and they're on a roll. It's another first down. Well, they're piecing together a nice drive to start this one. Seems pretty scripted and pretty successful so far.
And I think they did it without our help. Because you remember when we sat in the production meeting with them to talk about this, saying, hey, you know, how you guys going to come out of the gate? I know I offered my help with a few plays, and they didn't seem to want it.
Offer mine.
Well, you were the smart one.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Eli Harrell able to record his 5th sack of the season.
Pressure can come from all over when you're plotting a defensive strategy. On that particular play, it just came from the outside.
So 2nd and long, you got to be careful not to fall out of field goal range. On play action, Cousins. He's going to fire one deep over them into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 11, and he's going to return it to the 21-yard line. He's coming off a 3-interception performance last week, so certainly not how we wanted to start here.
Not at all, but this is where a quarterback gets tested. This is where we find out what he has underneath that jersey. Because he had a bad game last week. Can he shake off a bad start to this one and start to perform at the level he expects?
Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
Typically, we think it's the strong safeties that are better tacklers, especially closer to the line of scrimmage amidst traffic. But in this case, how about the free safety coming up and making the big-time play?
Here's 2nd and 9, just a yard on that last run.
Hey, Rocket. That's got to be a long day. 198. Watch 98. 98.
From the shotgun, it's Rivers. Out right to Bourne. And he'll be upended here after a pickup of 3, getting it out to the 25.
The goal for any offense versus his own defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. And it looks like we've got a dime set here defensively. 6 DBs in the game.
Hey, 79! 79!
From the gun, Rivers. Escaping the pressure right. He can run for it, and he will. And he takes us beyond the 35 before going out of bounds. Rivers looking a little nimble there as he picks up a 1st down.
I'm not sure he falls under the category of mobile quarterback, but he's athletic enough that if you don't keep your rush lanes intact, he finds a way to hurt you.
As coaches like to say, I wouldn't call him a burner, but enough there in the tank. And he'll get it out a couple yards shy of midfield at the 48. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down. If you start assessing what went wrong last week, Charles, in their loss, had nothing to do with the ground game. They ran it well.
And you also have to say to yourself as a team, don't go away from what worked. That's not the reason the game was lost. Running the football over time, when you do it consistently, usually translates into wins.
And they're hoping to do it consistently here. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
2nd and inches is oftentimes an invitation for an offense coordinator to take a big shot downfield because he feels like he can come back on 3rd down and pick up the 1st down. But sometimes you just don't want to break tendencies. Stay with what you are, stay with who you know, and go get the 1st down. That's exactly what they did.
Now a throw to the end zone on 1st down, but it winds up incomplete. He was looking for his favorite target, A.J. Green, that time. And it's 2nd down. A first look at the NFL scoreboard comes from down in Arizona, and the early lead there belonging to the Cardinals. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. To throw again, Rivers. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
It's funny, throughout the time that we've been together, when we talk with running backs about the ability to catch the ball, their eyes light up when they talk about open field and having one-on-one matchups, don't they?
Yeah, they do. And that's the reason why. What we just saw, shedding those tackles, and that's what they're used to doing.
It is, and it starts at the beginning of the play. One-on-one matchup if someone's trying to cover them, but they also like those one-on-ones downfield after the catch when they're running with the ball. They think they're going to win those, too.
Rivers from the gun on 3rd down. with the completion to Hopkins. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. DeAndre Hopkins, his 5th touchdown now on the year. And the Titans have taken a first-quarter lead. Hauschka with the extra point, and that makes the score 7-0. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And the decision to come out is going to cost him 5 as he's taken down right at the 20.
Let's go.
And Denver getting set to take the field. And there are parts of their last drive they'd like to emulate, and, of course, they'd like to forget the ending, the interception. But they did put together, Charles, a nice sustained drive to get him down the field.
Yeah, and unfortunately for them, the only thing that matters is part 2, right? Because once they threw the interception and finished off the drive, that does them no good to go back and say, well, you know, we had a good one going. Finish things off. That's the only way you can get it done.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. To the left side here for Eifert. He is taken down at the 21 after a short gain of 2. Give him a couple on the catch. It's 2nd and 8. To throw again on 2nd down. Cousins. Over the middle here, it's Hilton.
Slant route's effective no matter who's running the route and catching the ball. But when you have a receiver of that stature, you have to be a little bit more precise throwing it. You don't have the same catch radius with the bigger targets.
You got nothing. Two. You got nothing. Greystone, travel. Shit. He's checking. Crash. Alert flash.
They'll try and pick up the first with Gore. And he maybe makes it back to the line of scrimmage. That's it.
I know the game's changed. A lot of people would say it's evolved. Look, I'm a little bit Neanderthal, okay? I love this. No exotic formations, no misdirection. Just line up and run the darn ball, pick up the first down. I love it.
Yeah, 3rd and short. That's what you're supposed to do. Like you said, old school, smash mouth football. So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
6-man. Check girls. 300. Watch twins.
Off the play fake. Cousins. Caught by Nelson left side. A gain of 6 there on 1st.
Never make the mistake that the slot receivers, especially the little guys like we're watching here, are just quicker than fast. A lot of them combine quickness and speed, and they catch a lot of footballs, as we just saw there.
6 yards was the pickup on the last completion, so here's 2nd and 4.
So don't say nothing. Hey, check Mike 57.
Cousins now. He's going to loft one deep over the middle. That's caught at the 25. And all the way home for a Broncos score. J.J. Nelson. His 2nd touchdown on the season. And the Broncos are an extra point away from tying the football game. Gold with the extra point, and we are tied at 7. So all even at 7 now as they kick it away. This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
And here comes Tennessee as they get set to take the field. And for them, a touchdown their last go-around. Obviously, they'll be hoping to do that again.
And when you start plotting for this drive, when you start thinking to yourself, okay, what are we going to do? You don't go away from what you did before because that worked, but you have to be prepared for wrinkles and counters because you know they'll make some adjustments.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Now Rivers. And that one goes incomplete. He's maybe lucky it wasn't a fumble as he got hit as he threw it.
It's always tough trying to keep your guy upright when he's trying to throw the football. When you're dealing with those big, bad guys on the defensive front, it's even tougher. And this time, Those guys on the opposite side won the battle, getting to the quarterback and knocking him into an incompletion.
On third down, Rivers. He's got his man. It's Kendrick Bourne. A gain of 22. A nice little completion there by Phillip Rivers. And you and I were reading the article yesterday. 5th grade, Rivers had to do a project where he had to make a poster about his dreams and aspirations. So he clipped out a football player from a magazine article and pasted his face on the helmet. That's what he wanted to be, and it turned out okay.
Not so bad. Not so bad at all. Remember, he's the son of a coach. And on that play, I think he made the old coach proud with that completion.
At the Broncos' 40-yard line.
They still need about the length of the football here, maybe a little less as they come up on 2nd and inches. On 2nd down, a run with Breida. And he'll be brought down, it looks like right at the 40. A gain of just a yard, but it's a first down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much. Once again, they run with Breida on first down. Give him a couple on the carry there, 2nd and 8.
They tried a quick hitter inside, but that one was swallowed up because what they're hoping, this big defensive lineman will take the bait and move laterally and open up a crease that they can run through. Didn't happen on that play.
Throwing on 2nd and 8, Rivers. And that one got tipped, kind of threw everything off. It brings up 3rd.
Well, we're not playing 3 yards in a cloud of dust football anymore. I kind of get why those old school coaches sometimes didn't want to throw the football. Because if it's popped up in the air, it almost turns into slow motion. And both sides trying to get to the football, and you're holding your breath wondering whether it's going to go good or bad for your team.
The Titans on 3rd down. A perfect 3 for 3 as they look to keep that streak going. This is 3rd and 8. Rivers to throw it. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
I think he's a little trigger happy right there, and it turned into an ill-advised throw into their zone.
Well, we know he has confidence. He'll throw it any place, anytime, anywhere. That time it fell incomplete. Field goal forthcoming for Stephen Hauschka. Now Tennessee going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So as they take it over, we step aside. So here we go. The offense is going to stay out there. They're going for it on 4th and 8.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike. Hey, I'm going to go load it. 54, Mike. 54. Hey, Delta. Watch 54. Oh, yeah, I'm coming. 5-4. Coming. Hey, watch that.
Now Rivers on 4th down. And that is going to be incomplete. Boy, it looked like he had it and dropped it. And the Broncos will take over on downs. Here's the Denver offense now as they get set to take over here. They had to go a long way on their last drive to score the touchdown. This time they get at least a little bit more of a cushion with field position.
I have to think that with this field position, after what they did on the last drive, they might want to take a shot right now and try and cut down the length of the drive.
The drive starting with a first down, 11 yards on that pickup.
1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
Jahan, what I need? I'm going to run you over. Wide. 57. Mike, 57. Two. Wait, Jahan.
First down. Here's Cousins. On the right side, it's Hilton with a catch. And they get to him after a gain of 6 to the 46. A gain of 6 there on first.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes You're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
On second down now, Gore. And he'll go down shy of the 40 at the 41. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
At this stage of the game, the run-pass numbers are a little bit out of whack because most of their yardage has come through the air. But in a sense, that just sets things up for big runs like that because the defense might be a little bit off balance. They pick up another first down with that run.
Past the 20. And he's taken down, but not before reaching the 10-yard line. 31 yards there and a first down. That last run, pretty monumental, Charles. He just toppled 15,000 career rushing yards.
And that just leads me to a question, and even before that, a tip of the cap. How about that accomplishment? But just think in your life, what have you done positively 15,000 times, right?
I haven't driven 15,000 yards, let alone ran for 15,000 yards.
That is phenomenal. Congratulations.
Credit him with a 1-yard gain there to make it 2nd and 9.
Brings up 2nd and 9 at the 9-yard line.
Hey, they got 48. Let's go. Yellow. Check 99.
They'll try to throw now. Cousins. And he'll slide down to avoid the contact. He'll end up getting 5 out of that, but now they're looking at 3rd down.
Now, how about that play? He took a possible negative and turned it into positive yardage and slid down to avoid taking a big shot. Excellent job getting down and avoiding the big hit.
Second quarter, 2 minutes to go. Tie ball game. And we remind you, coming up at the half, we'll join who, Charles?
The coach.
The coach, Jonathan Coachman, standing by in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from games in progress, as well as scores from earlier today.
The coach.
We get slap happy up here sometimes. Now the Titans will use their 3rd and final timeout. And with halftime on the horizon, they'll be out of timeouts from here forward. And the 14-year trusty veteran able to knock it through. And they take the lead here now at 10-7. A good drive gets them inside the 5, but they could not punch it in.
And credit the defense, too. Make sure that happens because that was the old bend but don't break approach. Made sure they contained them when they absolutely had to and forced the field goal attempt that went through.
This will be fielded on the back line of the end zone.
Let's go.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Titans offense now, they get set to head back out here. And on that last drive, went for it on 4th, turned it over. A good job by their defense, though. They held them to 3, but this offense, they've got to be a little bit better, a little bit more careful here.
And sometimes when you see these calls on 4th down, when they decide to go for it, it's not necessarily the coach saying, I believe in my offense. Sometimes the coach saying, I believe in my defense. I can afford to go for it here because if we don't get it, I don't think we'll give up more than 3. And that's exactly what happened there.
You think that factored in?
I do. I think that he had that in his mind going into the game, that I'm going to be aggressive on offense because I know I've got a defense that can hold up their end.
Going deep for Hopkins. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down. Rivers incomplete on 1st down. Here's 2nd and 10. Now the former Oregon man, this is Kenyon Barner. 2nd down, a little more productive than 1st. 7 yards on the gain. It gets him to 3rd and 3 now.
And that was a really nice run there to bring up 3rd and short. After the incompletion on 1st down, it's awfully nice to have a running back that you can hand it to and put you back in a good situation.
Now Barner. And he gets it to the 34. Good enough for the first. It'll go as a gain of 6 that time, and it moves the chains as well.
That's about what you would expect since they're so efficient on picking up third downs in the top 5 in the NFL. It's all a mindset, and I guarantee you, it started in the offseason. Third down.
Got a man, and it's taken in for a Titans touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to retake the lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the lead is now 14-10. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. Fielded about a yard deep. And he's up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
At their own 22-yard line.
And Denver getting set to take the field. Inside of a minute left in the half, does the fact that you're down on the scoreboard influence what you do, or I guess don't do on this final drive?
It certainly does, but what influences me even more is who I've got running my football team out on the field and the weapons around him. Can he make a play? Can he get into someone that we're going to trust to take care of the ball? If that's the case, I might push it a little bit here and try and get something before the half runs out.
Second and 12 after the first down pass play went backwards for 2 yards. They'll keep it on the ground again here. And he'll just keep 2 hands on the football as he'll be taken down after a short pickup. Now the Broncos going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll stop the clock with 26 seconds to go until halftime. The Broncos on third down. They've been okay, 2 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 9.
Mike 57, Mike 57. Watch this flag. Deuce.
From the shotgun, it's Cousins. And that is incomplete.
They went with the dime look that time on defense, just flooded the field with defensive backs, blanketed everyone, took away all the passing angles, thus the incompletion.
And this is away. It's a high kick, and he got all of it. This is taken at the 15. Now, after the punt on that play, we've got a man down on the field. We'll step aside and get a report when we come back to Denver. "13 seconds, the time remaining in the half as they come up on first down.
Switch it.
And they'll indeed start on the ground to run that clock. He'll have a first down past the 40. The 30, 20, 10, touchdown Titans. Matt Breida in the final seconds of the first half. And the Titans get the quick strike touchdown. Now Hauschka to tack on the extra point. It's good, and it's 21-10. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This will be taken short. And not a bad return. Here he gets it out to the 25-yard line.
At their own 25-yard line.
And this should be the final play before the quarter ends. And they're just going to run it here up the middle. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Come on, let's go.
The Titans take over first and 10 at their own 19-yard line.
They're 180. Hey, bro, 80. All day, dog. Rush in, rush in, rush in.
Breida to get the third quarter started. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down.
Yeah, another good run there. He's been such a big part of their success here this afternoon. And that last carry, it puts him over 100 yards now for the day.
Up at the 29 now, they'll head to the line, second and a yard.
Watch the screen. Watch the screen. Kill. Load it. Load it.
They stay on the ground. Again, it's Breida. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 2 yards, good enough for a first.
2nd and 1 is often an invitation to take the big shot downfield. I bet the offensive lineman said, are you kidding? We just get on our backs and let's go get the first down. They love being physical.
First down, Rivers. He's got his man on the crossing route. The completion good for 3, and it's second down.
And when you're playing a quarterback with some experience and some moxie, you enter the danger zone when you decide to blitz him, because if he's able to diagnose as he did on that play, he can hurt you downfield.
He reads defenses so well, doesn't he?
He really does, and the best part about that play for him, I don't think that was his primary target.
I don't think so either.
I think he had the read, figured out where the blitz was coming from, and went to a secondary target for a really nice gain.
Throwing again on second down. Rivers. And this will be incomplete.
This defense could use some more of these types of plays. How about him reading it, driving on the football, and he's right there for the pass breakup.
The Titans on third down. They've been near perfect, 4 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 7.
Right there, 54, right there, 54 Mike.
Working out of the gun, Rivers. He's got his man here. It's Green. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. 23 yards on the play.
Nice catch right there. Brings to mind the sentence, when in doubt, find your veterans.
I used to laugh back in the day when they would call guys like him crafty veterans. You get up in your 30s, you're still playing receiver, but you're around that long at that position, you're doing something right.
Just remember this. When he was young, he thought the crafty veteran was simply a guy who couldn't run anymore. Now he understands a little bit better.
So a 1st and 10 now in Denver territory at the 43.
Tighten up.
They'll run it now. This is Charkandrick West. And he's able to carve out about 6 there, down to the 37.
That's a strong pickup right there on first down. And as this drive goes on, we're seeing an offensive line and running game imposing its will.
At the Broncos' 37-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Turn 80. Wait.
Now Rivers. He's going to look deep end zone for Hopkins. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
They went with a dime look on defense. 2 extra defensive backs on the field and covered up essentially every blade of grass. That allowed them to disrupt the play.
The Titans on 3rd down. They have been superb. 5 for 6 to this point. This is 3rd and 4.
Hey, box truck.
Operating from the gun. Rivers, and that is incomplete.
Really nice play by the guys on the defensive side of the ball, but for the guys on the offensive line, they're doing a nice job of trying to protect their passer. But when a guy hops in the air and goes airborne to try and knock one away, it's difficult because you can't reach out and grab him. That'll be a holding penalty. So all you're trying to do is make some type of a play on him, make some type of contact to try and get his arms out of the sky.
This would have been a 54-yard boot had they tried a field goal, but they will not try a field goal. They're going for it.
180. 198. Watch 98. 98's Hey, Charlie. Let's get off the field, defense.
Rivers to throw for it on fourth. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. Fourth down, no problem. Just a ho-hum pickup of 14 to keep the offense on the field. Rivers now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. On first down, here's Breida. And he's going to get this one down inside the 15. 9 yards is the pickup there, and they'll have a 2nd and 1. Lots of praise on this drive, obviously. I know you're seeing what I'm seeing. Those guys up front, they're getting it done.
It doesn't matter what play is called. They are handling their business at the line of scrimmage and dominating right now on this drive.
9 yards the pickup there, and it's a first down.
They're trying to show that they can run the ball and protect this lead. Give it to the backs, play a little bit of keep away, don't you think?
And that's probably a good philosophy at this point, going to make that defense stand up and stop them. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And not a whole lot there. He does get a couple, taking it from the 5 down to the 3. Looking at this now, you got a couple more cracks here this close. Sneak it.
I don't think you even go into a huddle. Just line up, snap it, and fall in behind those guys into the end zone.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's 2nd and goal. Trying the power game with Ham. And he will take this one in for a Titans touchdown. C.J. Ham, his 3rd touchdown now on the year. And the Titans find a way to stretch their lead. Hauschka with the extra point. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score. This is taken about 7 yards deep. And they'll put up the stop sign there as his guys will get it at the 25. On 1st and 10, Cousins. He's got Gore. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there.
Well, it's time for them to be good teammates right here. And what I mean by that is possess the ball for a little while. Get at least 2 first downs. Give their defense a chance to settle down a little bit after they give up a touchdown.
Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28.
I got you. Watch out. Zebra. 57. Mike, 57. Got one.
Now Cousins. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete. Well, let's see who this is on. In the pocket, chucked it away. Flag comes down.
So you got to move a little bit, right? Know where you are on the field. Have some awareness. Tackle to tackle. You got to get outside of that tackle box in order to get that done.
So now it's 3rd and long because, remember, they also lose a down on the grounding call.
Watch equipment. Hey, we're good. 57 to Mike. 57 to Mike. Here we go. Bravo. Defense all day. 57 to
Cousins. Incomplete.
Well, we're into the second half now, and this is an offense that continues to struggle to sustain a drive.
Looks like they're just totally out of sync, whether they're running the ball, passing the ball like we saw there. I don't know. The rhythm seems off. Returning it is Moore. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. 21 yards. Well done on the return. And it'll be Titan football. Good starting field position for them as they come up first and 10. The drive begins with a handoff to West. And they went the wrong way there. Losing yardage back at the 43-yard line. It's a loss of a yard there, and it's second down.
I like the strategy. Extra tight ends, extra beef. They want to run the football, but that means they probably want to run it inside. If you get strung out on the perimeter, you're in peril.
Yeah, we saw the result, negative yardage. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. From the gun, Rivers. Caught left side, Hopkins. And he's going to get this down to the 35-yard line. Last play, they got stuffed at the line. Different story here, over 20 yards.
An ex-teammate used to tell me all the time, I hate experienced quarterbacks because no matter what, you really can't hide what you're doing. And I think that right there, he knew right away where the blitz was coming from, where his primary guy was going to be, and he ended up going to a secondary target for a nice game.
I was just going to ask you, that wasn't the primary target. He's so good at that, isn't he?
I think he knew right away that he wasn't going to get to his primary guy. I think he read that as soon as he got to the line of scrimmage, knew where the pressure was going to come from, and said, I know how to beat that. And that's what he did.
Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete. Nikel Roby-Coleman there defensively.
Now the secondary's really struggled today, but that's a little bit of a measure of revenge, isn't it? And they just followed the basic rules. See ball, knock ball away. Turned into a nice play.
Rivers incomplete on first down. Here's 2nd and 10. Throwing again. Rivers got it complete to West. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 12 yards there and a first down. And defensively, they were in zone coverage there. Do you have to be a little careful? You're losing playing against a good quarterback like he is to not play too much zone?
Yeah, you have to be careful about how much time you're giving up. I think it's a good point you just brought up. So maybe if you still want to play zone, you go to a zone blitz scheme. And you can drop anyone out of your defensive front, defensive end, defensive tackle. It doesn't matter. You just exchange someone to bring more pressure towards the quarterback and still try and cover downfield.
On 2nd and 9, Rivers. He's going to flip that out to the flat. It's complete. And on this one, he'll get to the 15, right at the 15-yard line. It'll be a gain of 8 yards, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 1. And that is going to do it for this third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this break. You're watching the NFL on EA Sports. They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going. How about this offensive line? They're really starting to establish themselves, take over this game.
And before the series began, I know exactly what was said in the defensive huddle. Guys, we got to get no less than a 3 and out. Let's get off the field. Instead, they can't find any traction towards doing that. Right now, they're just getting muscled all over the field and getting pushed down it.
They'll run on first down. West. And into the end zone for a Tennessee touchdown. Charkandrick West, his first touchdown on the year. And the Titans are going to add on to their lead. Hauschka adds the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
We got this.
The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Jahad, 180. 57. Hey, 382. Let's 50.
They'll try and start the drive here with Gore. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. He'll wind up losing a yard on the play, and it'll be 2nd and 11.
At the 24-yard line.
Jahan, what I need? I got it. Tie that left. 3
Working out of the gun, Cousins. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. The linebacker, T.J. Watt, there on the coverage. Another wayward pass. You know, things started out poorly in this game, and to be frank, they just really haven't gotten much better.
And all that does is embolden the secondary. They feel good about what's going on, and they just play better and better.
Hey, Steamer.
On 3rd down, Cousins. Now a clash of bodies here, and it's intercepted. Crayvon LeBlanc with a pick. Matthews, the intended target.
Well, this defensive pressure has been constant all game long. The pass rush, the coverage, they've all been excellent, and now they'll tack on an interception here as this one continues to slip just further and further out of hand.
Sponge. No, Mike. Check. Crunch.
On 1st down, it's West. And he'll get 4 here down to the 35-yard line.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6.
Alpha! 190. 98 to Mike. All day, baby, all day. 190.
To throw is Rivers. And that is incomplete. He couldn't hold on through the contact. Brings up 2nd down.
That would have been a great catch, but it's real difficult to hold on to it because it was contested all the way. Would have been a great play if he'd been able to haul that one in.
The Titans on 3rd down. They've hit on 6 of their 8 tries. Very good. This will be 3rd and 6. From the shotgun, it's Rivers. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
And with things looking pretty good on the scoreboard, they're going to keep the offense out there and go for it here on 4th.
54, right there. 54, Mike. Let's go heavy. Heavy, what you got? Smooth. What you got?
On 4th down, Rivers. And it is incomplete. The Titans try it, but ultimately they fail on 4th down. And the Broncos will take over on downs. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. Pressure comes, and the Titans able to bring him down. Eli Harrell in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year. Protection certainly going to need to be a bit better here on 2nd and 16. Throwing, Cousins. And Nelson's got it here right side. A big play there on the catch and run. 48 yards. Defensively, I know they have the comfortable lead here in the 4th, but they do not want to give up big plays like that.
They want to finish strong. So oftentimes in this situation, you tighten up underneath in your coverage, and you bring your safeties back. They can pick up anything that leaks through. But in the meantime, upfield, you're making plays on the football.
218, chopper.
Cousins now to throw on first down. He's going to let it go deep for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. Looked like some hands both ways. They got it on the offense.
And sometimes there's a fine line between being the receiver and the DB, and he knocked that one away. Might have caused an incompletion that could have been an interception.
Jahan, what I need? Mike 57. Don't get nervous.
Following the penalty, it's Gore. Only a yard on the pickup there, and it'll be second down.
Well, that call makes sense because they've been throwing it well on this drive, and once again they show passing formation, showing the shotgun. Then they ran out of it. That's a nice play by them defensively, though, to hold it to a short game.
Here's a quick hitch route, and the throw complete. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's third down. You got the big lead defensively. Willing to give them that underneath stuff, right?
And this is why you work on your tackling. Tackle them after the catch, inbounds, keep the clock running. Just go ahead and bleed the game out that way.
And he'll be brought down inside the 20 at the 19. They'll get 11, but it'll still lead to a fourth down.
This offense really put themselves in a tough spot on first and second down and needing long yardage to try and pick up a first down. And they ended up getting a great run. Explosive, picked up nice yardage. You don't expect to be in this situation on fourth down. But guess what? It all started with what happened on first and second down. Really put them behind the 8 ball.
Now the Broncos are going to call the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. They're already slim hopes are going to ride on this one. They'll go on fourth down. Now Cousins on fourth down. And this is incomplete. The Broncos unable to convert here on fourth. And as a result, it'll be Titan football on the turnover on downs.
That 180. Not 180. Check.
They begin here with a run by Wentz. And he'll get this up to the 30-yard line. A gain of 11 to kick off the drive, and it's a quick first down. Another example of this offense really having their way, Charles, and another big chunk play there on the ground.
And when you look at the defense, they've got to do a much better job of wrapping up when they tackle. A lot of great opportunities continue to slip through their fingers, as do the runners.
So first and 10 now from the 30. From the gun, Rivers. And the Broncos get there and take him down. And their inaugural sack of the game coming from an unlikely source.
You mean it wasn't a linebacker? It wasn't a defensive end?
It was somebody like you.
Oh, my goodness. Yeah, that's a surprise for the offense. That's not what they normally get when they think about pressure.
Throwing on second and long. Rivers going deep for Hopkins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's third down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
I'm coming after you. Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4, Mike 5-4. Let's go. Mike 50. Red Delta. 54. Behind.
Third and long for Rivers. And able to haul it in is Kittle. It's a big play there for Tennessee. 41 yards. Boy, another big play late here for an offense, Charles, that certainly has had its fair share of big plays.
Coverage has been a problem all game long, and I would say that going along with that has been confidence, because even if they had the right coverage, they've still dented them, and now it's been a real issue for them during this game.
Out of the shotgun, Breida. And he'll be brought down just outside of the 30. It's a 7-yard carry to set them up with a 2nd and 3.
Oh, that's one to warm the hearts of all those old-school football players, isn't it? Tough, hard, gritty run, got behind his pads, bowled over a few people. Look at that one, right up the gut.
Saw through 3 quarters, no reason. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. Here's Hauschka for the extra point. And this one was over a while ago as they just add on to their big lead.
Next to score, Titans 42, Broncos 10.
Hauschka now to send this one away following the score.
Fair catch made at the 25-yard line. The Broncos take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
And this will probably be the final play before the 2-minute warning. They'll start on the ground with Gore. And he's going to be dropped following a pickup of 7 past the 30 to the 32. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair.
At the 32-yard line.
The Titans going to use the first of their timeouts. That'll leave them with 2 remaining. We'll be back after this. So it's Bronco football as we get you reset here. They're looking at 2nd down now as they search for a consolation score.
Easy.
Throwing on 2nd and 3. Cousins. And the pressure too much that time as Cousins goes down. Emmanuel Ogbah able to run him down for a loss of 12 that time. Cousins with work to do after the sack as he brings his guys up on a 3rd and long. From the gun, here's Cousins. And Miller with it over the middle. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Now the Broncos going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this 2nd half. Here's 1st and 10. To throw is Cousins. It's complete. It's Gore. Chewing up big yardage. Another nice gain there. This one goes for 20. Offense for them has been at a premium. You wonder where plays like that have been all game long.
They're thinking the exact same thing themselves, but they're also looking forward now because now these plays are really for next week, trying to get some momentum going.
1st down. Here's Cousins. And he's going to be swallowed up. Sacked back at the 45-yard line.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. That huge loss on the sack makes this job much more difficult. It's now 2nd down and 22 yards to go. A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. T.Y. Hilton, the intended receiver. But now it's 3rd down. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 3 times in 8 chances. This will be 3rd and forever. Throwing is Cousins. Room to run inside the 40. Left side, caught by Matthews. He'll get 17 back there, but it'll still lead to a 4th down.
Boy, they had a lot of real estate to make up there, but what a big-time play for them. Nice completion, excellent gain. Now they're in 4th and manageable.
Just a little short, though, with that marker. All right, they're going to try and keep hope alive here on 4th down. They're going for it. Now Cousins. And he hits his man, Matthews. Now the Broncos will use their 3rd and final timeout as they get it right at the 32nd mark of this 4th quarter.
1st and 10 at the 30-yard line.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30.
You're not ready. You're not ready.
Again, it's Cousins. To the left side here for Eifert. That throw good for 4. It's second down. 4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. To throw, Cousins. And that is caught, but the back judge right there to say incomplete. And they can't connect, incomplete, but that stops the clock with 1 tick remaining here in this first half. The Broncos on 3rd down. They've converted 1/3 of their opportunities, 3 for 9. This will be 3rd and 6. Now Cousins. And this is going to be caught. So it affects the final score, not the outcome, but it is a late touchdown here on the game's final play. Doesn't affect the outcome, but, hey, nice job there to put it in the end zone for the final play.
Could it affect other things? Sometimes these types of scores are ones that we don't consider big at the time. Then later on we find out maybe that was a tiebreaker.
Yeah.
Or, of course, in the fantasy football world, these points mean a lot.
A lot there. And now they'll empty the backfield here as they elect to go for 2. One last shot now for Cousins. And that is out of the back of the end zone, incomplete. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Tennessee, their strong start to the year continues as they're up to 5-1. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Denver, they taste defeat for the first time this season as they drop to 5-1. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. So for our entire crew, alongside Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. Thanks for watching, everybody. We'll see you next time.
Big numbers, 100-minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, whole team counted, that's a big number.
Hey, foreign cars, foreign seats with the foreign leather. Foreign number, put the card in the ATM in the sad era. Yeah, flex mode, this ain't Southwest, this is jet. I ain't gotta shut the cell off, cause the iPhone don't got a jet mode. Bad think that's though. If you wanna come, let's go. We ain't going nowhere special. I just wanna see more desto. Hit your throw and I'ma catch those. Mexican, I make pesos. Hit your sauce, I'll replace those. Number save, no name though. We need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board, like them keep a score. Ay, 16 cars in my front yard. Ay, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number.
Yeah, wrist man, check the wrist man, got him hot. Ay, man can't ball like this, man. Lord, past the pig skin when he stretch a distance. I'm talking a few 100,000 yards, you just on your 5th grand. Run it up, run it up, run it up, run it up, round it up, count it up. Ay, hundreds and 50s and 20s, no 5s and no singles, don't count on them. Ay, she wanted like me cause I like she can count on him. She tried to be nosy and hit up my ex, she like, girl, you can count on him.
Hey, hey, we need more, tell them we need more. Putting numbers on the board like them keep a score. Hey, 16 cars in my front yard. Hey, 30 on my wrist, bullet point to God.
Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. Whole team counted, that's a big number. Big numbers, big numbers. 100 minute bag.